Hello there YouTube, this is Mikhail or Michael speaking, and today is Sunday, February 19th, 2023. Before I start the video, I want to thank all who liked, subscribed, and commented on my channel. We had plus 1,000 subs overnight, so I am absolutely shocked and surprised by that. Thank you all, and I hope you are having just as great time as I am. I will start with Bakhmut and touch some other changes, but just know that there are not many changes today. Anyway, Bakhmut itself. North of Bakhmut, we can see that yesterday Russia had spearheaded their attack towards village of Yahidne and was successful at doing it. However, today we can see that Russians were slowly pushed back and had advanced a bit here as well. You can see that Russians are taking forest lines, using it as a natural defense line. Some people in my comment section are saying, what's so massive? Well, what Russians had achieved is not massive when it comes to land captured, but massive in the damage that can be done to this whole Ukrainian front. If we go to topography map, we can see that Russians are attacking on a hill. And this hill overlooks Bakhmut city itself, and this is the only road that is still operational and usable. So this is the only way that Ukrainians can leave the city or get any supplies. So Russian attack in attempt to cut off this road and envelop the city along this hill is extremely smart, and Ukrainians understand that. So there's no surprise that Ukrainians are throwing everything they can to stop Russians at Yahidne. Again, if Russians were to win and advance even further, this will mark the end of Bakhmut city itself. So we will see some heavy fighting in Yahidne village, and while this fighting in Yahidne will go on, I'm sure Ukrainians will start to slowly pull out their troops along this road, as far as it's not cut off and still usable. Russians had stopped their advances towards village of Ivanovsky because it was met with very strong defense from Ukrainian army, and I believe they had relocated and are attacking towards Bakhmut city itself. So the main vector surrounding Bakhmut had slightly changed. It is not towards Ivanovsky and then Chasiv Yar. It is actually towards Yahidne and even further deeper into Ukrainian front lines. So again, we might see Bakhmut fall in few days, but that will happen only if Ukraine will lose battle of Yahidne here. And I believe that will happen. Russians had gained initiative and are attacking without stop, and I don't think that Ukrainian army can withhold the intensity of Russian attacks and will crumble under stress. As you can see, Russians are attacking simultaneously on different sides of the front. They are attacking towards Dubovo-Vasilivka and Berehivka, and I believe that these two villages will be taken in a few days. You can see that Russians are slowly capturing blocks by blocks of the city of Bakhmut, and as you can see by the gray area, there are reports that Ukrainians are slowly pulling out of this part of the city and retreating behind this river right here. There is no action at Seversk at this point, but there's some action at Liman. The Russians were engaged with some heavy fighting with Ukrainians and had achieved some gains in the forested area. Once again, this area is extremely forested, very, very fortified, but I assume Russians will slowly win kilometer over kilometer and eventually get out of the forest and go to Liman. At the Battle of Avdiivka, we can see Russian attacks are going from the north, and Russians were even slightly pushed away. The Russians had tried to advance towards village of Vesely, had met with Ukrainian resilience, and retreated back to use this road as logical defense position. Overall, I think that Russian attack for now had stalled north of Avdiivka, as it actually had stopped everywhere around it. Again, I think the main focus of Russian and Ukrainian action is in Bakhmut city. As you can see, no changes here as well. Russians had not able to capture village of Nevelske and Pervomayske, but again, as you can see by the arrows, they are still trying, and I believe at some point they will. It's getting oddly quiet at Vuhledar. I believe there are still some battles going on there and there, But overall, once again, the whole spotlight is in Bakhmut city. So this is the end of the video. It might be a bit shorter because, again, we can only wait and see what will happen at Yehidne and how successful Russians will be at attacking or how successful Ukrainians will be at defending. For now, we can see that Russian attack had somewhat stalled, and once again, it makes so much sense. Russia will probably continue enveloping Ukrainians from this side as they are for now successful at it, and maybe even go and attack here, because this may put in danger whatever units that Ukraine have on this hill, and maybe that's how this hill will be taken. And with the hill, the fate of Bakhmut would be sealed. So yeah, if you like my video, if you like my commentary, please do like, subscribe, and comment. I enjoy making those videos. I hope you enjoy watching them. Thank you all, and always remember, Russia will be free.